So welcome to my class, and in this we are doing collection of data, and in this we've talked about the primary data is over. We are doing the secondary data, and in the secondary data there are two types, published and unpublished. So we finished with the published and we finished with the unpublished, but we are going to talk about two very important sources of published data. Okay, so just have a look. What are they? Can you guess? Yes. They are Census of India and NSSO reports, National Sample Survey Organization reports. So these are the two important sources of secondary data. That is Census of India, which is published, and the publications of National Sample Survey Organization. Now, Census of India is carried out once in every 10 years. Now it covers every individual unit in the whole population. A house-to-house inquiry is carried out covering all households in India, and the demographic data is collected on birth and death rate, sex ratio, size and age of composition, density of population, literacy, and all these are published by the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. Now the first population census of India was carried out in 1872, and from 1881 onwards, census is held after every 10 years. So, of course, the last census that we had was in 2011, and we are expecting one in this year, that is 2021. So that is the census. So now just remember once again, the Census of India, what does it say? It is a comprehensive inquiry to the population data of the demographic profile of India at large. Okay, so now talking about NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization. After all, what is it? And then we'll go ahead. So, of course, National Sample Survey, NSS, was set up in 1950 on the recommendation of National Income Committee, which was headed by P.C. Mahalanobis. Now the basic aim of setting up the NSS, was to fill up the data gap of computation of national income aggregates, especially in respect of unorganized household sector of the economy, which is quite a large sector. And this NSS, National Sample Survey, was reorganized in 1970 as National Sample Survey Organization in the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Now what does it do? It collects data on some important socio-economic aspects on a wide basis for the whole country. It obtains information through its various rounds by using the technique of sample survey. Now, that is why it's known as sampling. Census means counting each and every head. Everyone is counted. Now this is like sample. The first round of NSSO was conducted in 1950. Since then, information on different items has been collected through various rounds of NSSO. The NSSO 66th round survey and household consumer expenditure covers the period from July 2009 to June 2010. So talking about that, if you see, then if you're talking about the 77th round, for example, of NSSO, that is January 2019 to December 2019, was on debt and investment, land and livestock, holdings of households, and situation assessment of agricultural households. Broadly, reports and publication of NSSO offers statistical information of the following parameters of economic change. For example, land and livestock holdings. Second, housing conditions and migration with special emphasis on slum dwellers. Then you have employment and unemployment status in India. Then you have what is known as consumer expenditure in India, including level and pattern of consumer expenditure of diverse categories of the people. And also it tells us another thing is like sources of household income in India. And again, let me just reiterate what we said earlier. Unlike Census of India, reports and publication of National Sample Survey Office are based on sample study of the population and population, that is universe, as we see. So then now talking about, say, the division of NSSO. NSSO works under the direction of the Government Council, which consists of 18 experts from within and outside government. Now this is headed by the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of NSSO. And NSSO has 4 divisions. First is Survey, Design and Research Division. Second, Field Operation Division. Then you come to Data Processing Division, and then Coordination, Publication Division. So all of that makes up what is known as the NSSO. So once again, just let me talk about this again, that NSSO is generally involved in 3 types of surveys. One is a socio-economic survey. Second is the annual survey of industries. And third is the agricultural survey. So all of that is used here. And then in socio-economic surveys, like let's see what happens. The NSSO is entrusted with entire responsibility of the survey from preparing its design to release the report. Now in 2 other surveys, that is Annual Survey of Industries and Agricultural Survey, NSSO is mainly entrusted with collection of data from the field only. Now the data collected by NSSO surveys on different socio-economic subjects are released through reports called NSSO reports and its quarterly journal, which is known as Sarvekshana. Now NSSO provides estimates of literacy, school enrollment, utilization of educational services. So that is very important for us as teachers and students to know about it. So it provides estimates of literacy, school enrollment, utilization of educational services. And believe me, you should be very happy that you are there, part of that. School enrollment, you're there and you are in the literacy program. See that you make a mark somewhere. And of course, employment, unemployment, manufacturing and services sector enterprises. Then morbidity, maternity, childcare, utilization of the public distribution system and all of that. Okay, so one has to, so once again, just to wrap this up, reports and publication, reports and publication of NSSO is an important source of secondary data in India, along with the Census of India. Now, but this is sample, and that is, census means each and every household is contacted for making up the make up the demographic profile of India, or to study the demographic profile. Now NSSO is a government organization, as we just initially we said, under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. And basically it conducts regular sample surveys for what? To collect basic statistical information relating to a variety of economic activity in rural as well as urban parts of the country. So I hope you've understood what it is, what are the 2 important sources of secondary data. And so in the next we are going to talk about what is known as that what are the precautions to be used when you're to be taken when you're using secondary data in your research work.